The game is afoot, not a word. Into your clothes and come. I'll wait for you in the sitting room. I've just received a note from Inspector Lestrade. A letter from the suburbs. He is in need of my presence. Whenever he has asked for my assistance, it has always turned out to be entirely justified. I fancy that every one of his cases has found its way into your collection.
Yes, they all seem worthy of...
However, I regret your fatal habit of looking at everything from the point of view of a story instead of a scientific exercise.
Oh, Holmes, you...
I beg your pardon, I digress. It would be much better to examine this letter than to try to convince you.
All right. Hello and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. Let's spy on the lady. Every time she's just staring. Without fail. All right. It's the last mission. The last mission is just that she's not going to be there one day. And we need to find out where she is.
The letter is on the table, Holmes. You should take a look.
Well, fine. Which table? This table? That's a desk. That's a desk. That is not a table. That's a desk. That's a table.
The letter is on the table, Holmes.
It's not a table. It's not a table. It's a desk. It's different. They have different structures. Shit, motherfucking.
I can tell from Lestrade's handwriting that he was in a hurry when he wrote this letter.
That looks so much nicer than most of my writing my entire life, so, if you say so.
A wax seal with the monogram E.B. The Brackenstall family coat of arms.
My dear Mr. Holmes, I should be very glad of your immediate assistance in what promises to be a most remarkable case. It is something quite in your line. Except for releasing the lady, I will see that everything is kept exactly as I have found it, but I beg you not to lose an instant, as it is difficult to leave Sir Eustace there. Alright. That's
So,
fine.
what is it, Holmes?
Promising, as always, it appears to be a case of murder.
How far?
So you believe that Sir Eustace is dead?
I should say so. Lestrade wouldn't have sent for me for less. His writing shows considerable agitation, and he is not an emotional man. These people belong to high society. The quality of the writing paper, the E.B. monogram, their coat of arms. The crime was committed before midnight.
Holmes, how can you possibly tell?
Well, it is all thanks to Lestrade. He wrote his letter at 3:30 in the morning. Imagine the chain of events before that. The local police had to be called in. Scotland Yard was notified. Lestrade himself had to make haste there, and finally compose the letter he sent to me. All of that makes for a fair night's work.
It makes sense. Lestrade also speaks of the woman he released.
That seems to indicate that she had been held somewhere during the crime. Much time has been wasted. Let us find a cab and go to Abbey Grange immediately. I live in hope of an interesting morning.
This man lives. This man absolutely lives for people to be murdered so he can solve the case. I'm sure if it wasn't a murder, he'd be interested too, as long as it's a really interesting case. So, you know, it just happens that most murders are interesting. At least these ones, anyway. Being stabbed in the streets, not interesting.
Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson, here you are. I'm very glad that you have come, but perhaps I should not have troubled you after all.
And why is that?
Lady Brackenstall has come to her senses, and she has given so clear an account of the affair that there is not much left for us to do. You remember that Lewisham gang of burglars?
What, the three Randalls?
Exactly. The father and two sons. It's their work. They stole a silver service, which is of great value.
Sir Eustace Brackenstall is dead, then?
Yes. His head was knocked in with his own poker.
Jeez.
A violent act of aggression.
Yes, the poor lady. She has had a most dreadful experience. She was assaulted and tied to a chair. But I think that you would best see her and hear her account of the facts. She's in the morning room with her maid to raise her right.
Where is the body of the deceased?
In the dining room. We haven't touched anything.
All right, I'm going to examine it.
Very good, Watson.
All right.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning room.
Lord Ramsay Brackenstall. Baron Lyndon Brackenstall.
Okay.
Lady Brackenstall awaits you in the morning.
Yeah.
Lord George Brackenstall. Sir Warthen Brackenstall.
Oh, come on.
Lady
No,
Brackenstall
no. The painting. Thank
Lord
you.
Brigham Brackenstall. The Brackenstall family seem...
Jesus. Them doors was...
Ladies, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting Inspector Lestrade in this investigation.
Mr. Holmes, I am the wife of Sir Eustace Brackenstall. We were married only a year ago.
I am sorry for your loss. Please accept my deepest condolences.
I suppose that it is no use my attempting to conceal that our marriage has not been a happy one. I fear that all would tell you that, even if I were to attempt to deny it.
Okay. What happened last night? I should probably look at you first. Were you beaten? Don't know why you would be beaten, but... I mean, time will tell. Okay. Okay, gold brooch. Australian of origin. Okay. Elegant dress. Got it. Old bruises. And she's got a wedding ring. Still on.
Can you describe to me the events of yesterday evening?
Is it really necessary? I have already told Inspector Lestrade all that happened.
Yes, madam, it is.
I will tell you then. Sir Eustace retired about 10:30. I sat in this room until after 11, absorbed in a book.
Oh, those old fucking
Before
chairs.
I went upstairs, I entered the dining room to fetch a candle and... oh God.
Please, go on.
As I approached the French window, I found myself face to face with an elderly, broad-shouldered man who had just stepped into the room. Close behind the first man, I saw two others. One of them struck me a savage blow with his fist and felled me unconscious to the ground.
And then?
When I came to myself, I found that they had secured me tightly to a dining room chair. It was at that instant my unfortunate husband entered the room.
He fought with the intruders?
Yes, I think he had heard them, for he was holding his stick. But they were three, and he eventually succumbed. One of them, the elder one, struck him a terrible blow with the poker. I fainted once more. When I opened my eyes, they had withdrawn. Then my brave Teresa came to my assistance.
Okay.
Did these three villains steal anything?
Yes, I found that they had taken the silver from the sideboard, but you can see for yourself in the dining room.
Okay.
You mentioned that your marriage was not a happy one. Was there anything specific that was troubling you?
He was not a nice man when he was drunk, and he suffered from dark moods, but nothing else.
The bruises on your hands are at least 1 week old. Your husband caused those bruises?
Oh, do you... Yes, he did. He was very angry at the time. Out of control. Again. Sir Eustace was a drunkard. To be tied to such a man for life is worse than death.
Interesting.
Your ladyship?
Okay. I don't know why it's so damn quiet. Hopefully that is a little better. Maybe going to 70 would be nice. What do we have here? Is there lovely scratches
These
on the wall?
scratches are most definitely made by the picture frame.
Oh, how interesting.
This is Sir Eustace's safe. There may be something important inside. I must ask Lady Brackenstall to open it.
What do we have here?
This photograph of Lady Brackenstall and her maid Teresa was taken at a port, but which one?
Come on, fasteners, we need to see.
So the lady and her maid came from Australia a year and a half ago on this ship.
Interesting. Well, we just stole that picture. Fair enough. I think I need to increase that more. Funnily enough. Hopefully that's good enough. I might need to turn down everything else as well, but it's just odd. Less than a fortnight ago, this infamous family of burglars, the Randalls, as they are known, made their reappearance by way of a brutal but successful intrusion into one of the wealthier homes in Sydney. The police are already on their trail. However, the details of the crime are being kept confidential, including that of the name of the victim. A witness was able to provide a precise description of all three men, and this will surely give the police a chance to complete their profile on this family of delinquents. We would take the liberty of reminding our esteemed readers about this highly dangerous band, and to provide the full description that is as it is available at this moment. The gang has been in business for some considerable time, being a family of three, a father and his two sons. The elder, Jack Randall, is a man in his 40s and already grayed hair. While of average height and build, being the mastermind behind the burglaries, he retains control over his sons, both of whom are close in age but very different in appearance. The first son, William Randall, is tall and broad-shouldered, with a small, disproportionate head. A younger brother, Melvin Randall, is of a somewhat weaker constitution, and is as skinny as a rake. The gang is wanted not only for their frequent thefts and break-ins, but for their the exceptionally brutal pirate career they enjoyed before returning to England. Be alert, and may your valuables stay safe.
The description of the Randall gang provided by Lady Brackenstall is identical to the one in the Times article.
Interesting. She's covering. She's absolutely covering. Those are the exact same fucking caricatures, which means robbery was goddamn fake. Absolutely. Absolutely that's what's happening, and just for shits and giggles. Didn't think so, but might as well give it a connections there later on. Excuse me, lady.
Teresa, I would like to hear your testimony.
Certainly, sir.
I need to get a good look at you. I don't know why the voices are so low. Because, like, that clicking is loud as fuck. That's past time. Blood. That's blood. Vinegar. Okay. Vinegar's used to clean up blood. I mean, you are the maid. You know, that's fair. Yeah, okay, there's more blood. Oh, coffee stain. What?
As I sat by my bedroom window, I saw three men in the moonlight down by the lodge gate. But I thought nothing of it at the time. Oh, if I'd known.
And then?
I went to bed, and it was more than an hour after that I heard my mistress scream. And down I ran, to find her tied to the chair and him on the floor with his head smashed. That's all I know.
Sure it is. Sure it is.
Lady Brackenstall, could you open this wall safe?
No, it is my husband's safe. I do not know the combination.
We have to open it.
Do we have to?
Your ladyship?
Do we truly have to? Oh my god, look at all these. Look at all these people. Yeah, that's so much louder. What the hell, man? If we lower that. Maybe that'll be good, right? I don't know why this is different from before. It's different than before, right? Like, I'm not losing my mind. Even though I already lost it years ago.
The body is still in the dining room where they're murdered.
It's wild.
You should examine the body of Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
Man, he was a trophy hunter, goddamn. Even though that is a tiny bear head. That is tiny.
So, Watson, what have you learned from examining Sir Eustace's body?
Well, I can confirm that the death was instant. Sir Eustace was facing his attacker when he received the blow to his head. There are no other apparent injuries.
Interesting.
A fur trader's cabin.
Okay, that's what I missed. I will examine the body now.
That must be the murder weapon.
It must be.
The head was cracked with the force of the blow.
Okay, okay. Why is he not wearing
Quite
shoes?
a large stick. A formidable weapon.
The grippers is out.
Barefoot. He had therefore been in bed and did not have time to fully dress.
What else am I missing here? I thought I saw a thing for... Oh. Blood.
It is covered in blood. Sir Eustace might have struck his head upon it while falling from the blow. That is one possible explanation.
I suppose it is one explanation. Okay, there is... mantelpiece. Okay.
It
piece
appears that the
rope.
bell rope was cut by someone taller than me.
How interesting. Yeah, that is quite tall up there, huh? He does not seem taller than me. Which is...
A fur trader's cabin. A deer hunt.
okay.
The hunting scene.
How delightful.
This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there.
Okay. Okay, you step on all that, that's fine.
This candlestick is valuable. It is interesting that it was not also stolen.
Yet that does look quite valuable. Oh.
These
Bottle.
wine bottles are expensive and mostly from France.
Okay, fair enough. There's one
A
missing.
bottle of wine is missing here.
He probably drank it and was drunk, and then he started beating.
An empty silverware box. It appears that the intruders have stolen the contents. The criminals did not thoroughly ransack the house. They only took a little silverware.
Yeah, that's not what veteran thieves would do. Well, these guys have been doing it for years. They're better at that. Even at first glance, it looks sloppy.
The hunting scene.
So many hunting scenes. Oh, that's just outside, huh?
A trapper's hut. A trapper's hut.
Oh my god, so many trappers' huts. Is there anything on the table here? Yes. He was drinking. Absolutely.
A decanter standing next to the open bottle. An inseparable pair indeed. There is beeswing at the bottom, as if the wine had not been decanted before being poured.
Decanted. I don't even know what decanted really means.
Chateau Calon Ségur, French wine, Grand Cru.
Why are there 3 glasses?
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing.
Why are there bees' wings to begin with?
This glass has some wine traces, but no visible beeswing. It is rather strange that only one of these glasses has dregs of beeswing inside it, while the other 2 are clear.
Yeah, that is really strange. There's a lot of things that are very strange, but you know. Holy fucking. Ah, yes! Clearly that was the thing I needed. Yes, the dead body was next to the fireplace, of course. Oh. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's fine. What do we have here? There were 3 people drinking wine out of these glasses. One of the 3 probably prefers wine with bees. No. No, these were 2 people drinking wine out of these glasses. The remaining glass was feeding solely of the dredges from the other 2 glasses. I mean, that makes sense. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know, we'll change that later, probably. Death of Sirius could have been due to his accidental striking his head on the fireplace grate. I mean... that is a possibility. We'll find out later, I suppose. She might have, like, put... okay, there's the fucking... there's the string.
Sailor's knots. That's interesting. This rope was handled by the murderers. We need a scent hound to follow their trail. I will take it with me.
I don't think that's a fantastic idea.
This is the chair that Lady Brackenstall was tied to.
Okay, okay, okay. Sailor's knots, though. They were on the one ship. Excuse me. Oh, this is delightful. Such a nice little paved pathway with the side rails. Oh, that's so nice. A little well over here. This is so well maintained, except for, you know, bits of stuff. I think these branches are too low, though, because you're going to hit your goddamn head off of them, and it's just awful. Okay, that's nothing. Great. Was hoping there'd be something outside, but apparently not. Why is it so fucking loud? God damn, man. What are we looking for?
Death was instant.
I'm sure it was.
This door leads to the upstairs bedrooms. Apparently the criminals did not venture there.
Is there anything else we're missing, really? Other than trying to figure out what the fuck that safe is?
I've searched outside for footprints without any luck.
Interesting. Okay.
There are 3 glasses on the dining room table. I was wondering if...
Oh, I forgot. When I came to myself the first time, each of them had a glass in his hand. They might have been a father and his 2 sons. They talked together in whispers, and then they left.
Why is it so quiet,
Your
man?
ladyship?
I don't think that's the case.
Please leave my Mary alone. She suffered so much, she deserves some rest.
I'm sure she does.
Let us try to open this safe. This safe can be cracked. I only have to pay attention. The dial will vibrate when it is set to the correct number.
Okay. 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 It seems like a horrible design for a lock, but that's fine. Horrible design. We'll take it. Oh, wow.
It is common practice to keep one's valuables in a safe behind a painting. It should not really pose a challenge for a criminal.
Yeah. Your current physical and mental state is of great concern. There are several signs of hepatic decomposition. Decomposition? Sure. The last time that we met, your eyes were bloodshot and your skin was tinged with yellow. There is a particular odor from your breath that is common in those suffering from liver damage. Particular odor from your breath that is common. That's literally just saying he has alcohol in his breath. When there are the long absences that we have discussed, the leg cramps you have described to me are caused by an alteration, don't know what that is, to the nervous system, which in turn is caused by an excess of alcohol. That includes the tremors. That includes the tremors. Your liver seemed excessively hard at the time of your examination, which is a sign of an involving cirrhosis. There are also signs of ascites, fluid occurs, peritoneal cavity. I don't know what any of these fucking medical terms mean, which are evident with your swollen stomach. The pain beneath your left rib indicates a pancreatic malady, which may lead to fatal and fulminant pancreatitis. Your condition may pose a risk to others. Your excessive alcohol consumption lowers your self-control and heightens your aggression. I am available to help you with this problem. There are a number of treatment options. Jesus fucking.
Antique coins, possibly of value, but they're scattered without care.
It's a little weird. I'm just gonna leave this safe with a bunch of money left out.
Oh, what a horrible...
Why, hello there.
Sir Eustace's doctor speaks of his violent behaviour.
Yes, Sir Eustace was an extremely violent man. A detestable human being, to be more precise. It is true that he once threw a decanter at me, and all because I dared to stand up to him in defence of my mistress. Sly devil. God forgive me that I should speak of him so now that he's dead, but a devil he was, if ever one walked the earth. We met him only 18 months ago. She'd only just arrived in London. Yes, it was her first voyage. She'd never been from home before. Wonder with his title and his money and his false London ways. If she made a mistake, she has paid for it, if ever a woman did. She doesn't have any friends here, so it was especially hard for her.
Huh. That is interesting. I think she had at least a little bit. Okay. Okay. Lady married Sir Eustace shortly after arriving in England and remained at home during that time. There is little possibility that she or her maid are acquainted with anyone in the country. The lady is acquainted with someone from the Rock Gibraltar. I mean, that's possible. That is a possibility. Okay, that pairs up with that. So if I replaced this with a poker blow, that was a no, okay, that doesn't do anything. I still think it's an accident where he hit his head on the thing. 'Cause I didn't see any blood on the poker. Interestingly enough. can run. I can run. I can do that. I can do that running thing. Like, I didn't... Is there... There's no blood on the poker. But there's only blood on the fence. The little gate thing. That's just strange. It's not... Plus he had a long cane in his hand, which would outreach the poker. And if 3 of them were ganging up on him, he would have other wounds. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Imagine trying to find footprints from other people on this fucking... Like, it's literally just paved. Is there anything to do with this small shed that I can't even get to around this stupid trunk? Nope. Got it. Fair enough. I don't think there's really anything left for me here. God. Okay, I need to... What were my settings before? What were my goddamn settings before? I cannot. Was this like 25? It's 60? Or 65? Because that is bothering me.
What do you know about Sir Eustace, Inspector? What was his reputation?
A charming man when sober, but an absolute demon when he was drunk. In such moments he was apparently capable of anything. Why, once he splashed fuel on Lady Brackenstall's dog and set it alight.
Jesus.
Another day he threw a decanter of wine at Miss Wright's head.
The alcohol seemed to madden him.
To the point that we were forced to intervene several times to avoid a scandal.
Interesting, interesting. More evidence. Violent behavior. Oh, he was absolute. There's no other option. It's good. Like, that has to be the case. He was 100% violent. My money is on he punched his wife in the face, and then the maid defended her by pushing him, and then he hit his head on the goddamn mantle.
Oh, what a...
Please.
Okay, can't talk with you guys anymore. You had nothing left to say. He changes position every time I enter this goddamn room. Look at this. Look at this. He's gonna be somewhere else. Oh, you bastard.
This house feels rather sinister. I can't say that I like it here.
That is a fair point. And then just did the robbery as a cover-up. Yeah, that has to be the case, because there's no seal. There we go.
Antique hunting weapons.
Okay, it was nothing. Got it. Good to know. Yeah, because there's no signs of break-in. I don't know. I don't know. I think the maid has, sailor crap. Where am I going? Like, where the fuck is there left to be? Maybe I didn't check, like, over here good enough? Maybe? That's good. That's fine. This is all fine. I need to get out of here. I need to go somewhere. I don't know where. I think we just need to return to our lovely home, because I don't see anything else.
Come on, Toby. We need the best nose in the British Empire on this case.
Oh yeah, let's go. I mean, we gotta look at the telescope first. You know, just gotta make sure. How you doing, lady? She's doing fine. I was gonna say, I knew we needed something. Is he following?
I agree with you, Toby, that Watson's shoe is preferable to Mrs. Hudson's cold cuts.
I need to examine the rope. Yep, okay.
Let us see how the rope was cut.
Hmm.
The fibers at the end of the rope are smoothly cut. Let us try to find out what tool was used to cut the rope.
Excuse me. A snip? No.
The fibers from this cut appear to be different.
What else? Cutters, I guess? Not quite.
The fibers from this cut are...
Okay, okay. Knife. Yeah, okay, it's probably just a... Yeah.
If I
Sharp-ass
cut the
fucking
rope
knife.
with a knife, it matches the original.
Why would he have a... Why would someone have a knife? Why would someone have a knife? Sharp knife and tied quickly to in a sailor's knot that can indicate the intruder had a sailor's background. How tall was that maid? How tall was that maid? I don't know how tall that maid was. Oh, that's delightful. Oh, he's coming with us. I'm so glad they put that in the game.
Search, Toby.
Well, shit. Oh, I get to play as the dog! Oh, game of the year. It's game of the year. I don't know what year, but a year. Oh my god, he barks and doors open. He is magic. We're going to that fucking shed. God damn it! Fucking knew that shed was something. Fucking knew it. And then they went back.
The intruders entered the shed for some reason when they were making off with the silverware.
Or they ditched the silverware there. Yeah. Come on, Toby. Straight back. Straight back, Toby. Go on. Well, they really like following paths, huh? In the well? Did they ditch the stuff in the well?
The scent leads to the well. I should check it.
I should. Okay. Where to next, Toby? Past the well? Okay. 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 And they jumped over this wall. So there was an extra person.
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall.
Well, maybe
The
there
criminals left the
was-
house through the French window. They walked to the shed, then across to the well, before fleeing by climbing over the wall. I wonder why they chose such a winding route.
That is odd. That is very odd. Maybe she does have a sailor friend that she was drinking with. And then he came down. And they got into an argument because he... Wait, no, he would have had to have been drinking. Maybe he wasn't drinking that time. But he did punch her. Right? This makes sense? Because he was in bed. So he wasn't the one that was drinking. Yeah. Yeah. I should probably look at those places. That would probably be a good idea. It probably would have been the smart thing to do. I was just using my brain to think, which is a rarity.
This hook might be useful.
Yeah, no, I love when hooks are useful.
This old suitcase sounds hollow. It must be empty.
Okay.
Bags of seed. Some empty bags were recently moved.
We gotta move that. And we're missing something else. Okay, we used the hook.
Small gardening tools, nothing of great interest.
Let's use our hook to pull those bags. Right? Okay, never mind. That's fine. Oh, well.
There's something
Oh,
glittering
yeah,
at the bottom
yeah,
there.
that's a great
but
spot
how can
to
I
hide
reach
something.
it?
Okay, okay. Okay, how do I... Oh, okay, there we go. I'm an expert. Okay, yep, beautiful. Silverware, yep.
Silverware? This is hardly a coincidence.
Yep,
The
that's the same.
Brackenstall coat of arms. It appears that we have found the stolen silverware.
Indeed we did. We'll just, you know, see that not criminals that did it. Robbery is confirmed as the motive for the crime. The criminals may have plans to return for this. No, fuck they don't. They don't. Robbery could have been imitated to explain Miss death silverware. Yeah, it was not supposed to be found. Oh my good god, all of them connect to one fucking point. Okay, domestic accident. Oh, is that just it? Is that it? Am I done? That can't be right. I need to go to the wall. I need to go to the wall and see for anything, just to make sure. Isn't that right, Toby?
The intruder's trail is lost behind this wall.
Oh, okay. That felt really short.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Indeed.
Brave.
Indeed he is. I don't know. I think it's a deadly accident. But then she was acquainted by a sailor. It wasn't a deadly accident. With a poker blow. And then that would make... He was murdered by the one person who was visiting that night. He would have to be tall and strong. The person who was visiting that night was probably a sailor. Look for a sailor. Okay, that, yes. That looks to be right. Because it was too tall. It was too damn tall. Because that maid is not taller than me. Like, look how short she is. There's no fucking shot. There's no fucking shot. She's way too fucking short. There was something on the wall there that I didn't...
A hunter scene.
I don't know why all these were able to be looked at, but that's fine. I need to go look for a sailor. Which means I probably need to go back to my lovely home. And then we're good. Because that was way too simple. Like, this game is not that simple. I refuse to believe it. Well, see you, Toby.
Brave.
Yes, yes. Okay. Still just there, are we? Still just staring out that window? I thought I needed to call for, like, someone to look at.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Unsure at this time. There we go. Research, newspapers, bankruptcy,
My
immigration on the
search
rise.
must be focused upon the ship's name and year of voyage.
1893. And it's the Rock. Oh, there we go. The Rock of Gibraltar. Bulk carrier from the Andean Southampton London line. Culture building James Street, London, has returned from a 6-month voyage through India, New Zealand, and Australia. The ship brought to England Miss Mary Fraser, the heiress to the Fraser family, owning land and tin mines in Australia. This reportedly beautiful young lady is presently engaged to Sir Eustace Brackenstall, one of the wealthiest gentlemen in Kent. Okay, so she was engaged.
Here it is.
Interesting. Interesting. How
The
peculiar.
shipping company, the Adelaide Southampton London line, and its address. Interesting. It must be the place where they keep the records, including the one for the crew of the Rock of Gibraltar.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard, they'll give it to you without any problems.
But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
The children? I knew I needed the children.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
Sorry, guys, I got a better job.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I need a register, my young friend. If you could borrow it, there will be half a guinea for every one of you. I need the crew list of the Rock of Gibraltar in 1893 and their current employment.
I'm straight on it, Mr. Holmes.
Wonderful.
You really think they'll find it, Holmes?
My secret police is better than the Yard in many ways.
Indeed it is.
Here it is, Mr. Holmes. But we can't take it back. It's too risky.
Put it on the table. I'll take care of it. Good work, young Wiggins.
Fair enough. Okay. The table, you mean the desk, you piece of fucking shit.
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor.
Okay.
And these are the lists of the senior officers of the Adelaide Southampton London Line ships. Let us find out who was in London upon November the 7th.
Mr. Charles W. Chill, Mr. Jack Crocker, this is not the right date, is it? Can I just, how do I, that page? January 28th, way to go back. November 10th. Would this work? On March 2nd, what the fuck? Departure from Adelaide. No. Back to that one, please. Jack Rocker, Captain. No Duncan. Peter, Nail, George, Frank, Murdoch. Okay, it's
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall... This list... Mr. Jack Crocker
Thank you.
was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days.
Interesting.
This list...
If I could do that one.
I do not think that this officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
Okay, that's what I'm hoping for.
This officer is still at sea, therefore I do not think... I do not...
Okay, let's just click until we get shit right. Because I know
do
it's
not
already...
think- I do not... This officer... I do not...
Okay, we just need to see if there's 2 of them, or it's just the one. Okay, that's the
This
information.
officer was on a ship that... I do not think that this... This officer was on a ship that
Thank you.
sailed... Captain Jack Crocker
Thank you.
is our mysterious visitor. He
Wonderful.
was the only one around at the time of the murder.
Indeed he was. Alright.
This Crocker, do you think...
It's possible.
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him.
We have another job.
Wiggins, could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
They're such good workers. They do such a lovely job.
Mr. Holmes, I was informed that you were looking for me, and I'd like to know why.
Yes, it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why.
First I have to look at your appearance for the next 20 seconds. Okay. Nothing. Okay, hat. Do we see hat? No. Okay, we go all the way down to his hands. Okay, nothing on the hands. Okay, this is mildly concerning. Oh, there we go. Newspaper ink. Oh, does he look at the newspaper? Clean boots. Interesting. The rest of your outfit is dirty. Why are your boots clean? Did you get blood on them? And a scene! Oh, we found our guy. Oh, absolutely. This is... Yep, no, he cut it with the fucking thing. He's taller than me, probably. Strong build? There we go. Okay, I was gonna say, where the fuck would strong build be?
You are acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you not?
Yes, I think I do remember her. From when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You... And what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just guesswork.
You would be right, if there was no evidence.
What then?
Well, you see.
Lady Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who tied her up.
You call that evidence?
Well, you see here.
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's knot. Your handiwork.
So, it's a sailor who's done it. That proves nothing, Mr. Holmes. I'm not the only sailor in London right now. Your theory is flawed anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Shark. I was supervising the repair of a porthole.
At night?
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
I'm sure that he can.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
No, there is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
So, what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Indeed.
Now
we
I
do.
understand why you dissected the bell rope.
Okay, what sort of evidence do we have now? Crocker is lying. His involvement is clear. He appeared as soon as he heard that I was looking for him, thus signals of his guilt. The captain is the that doesn't. I still think he hit his head on the thing. I still think it's wrong. I can see if I can try to find anything to do with that. Randall Gang. I'm clicking the wrong things. Because these are wrong. There was 3 people. And he's got an alibi. That would mean Randalls are guilty. The Randalls are not guilty. I just wanted that to okay, yeah, that'll repair the other things that we had. We only have the 2 other things, which means this is all the evidence that we have. This is my best guess, because he is taller than me, has the sailor's knife to cut the rope, because there was no other knife on the scene. I don't think it was the poker, though. But everything else leads to the fact that it has to be him. But I don't think it was the poker. Was it the poker? I think he hit his head on the goddamn grate. It doesn't line up. Drug is a murder, and you will bring it into the past. Murder was committed in self-defense. Yes. The one taken is a violent dispute of man, and the mystery is solved. I think that is the case. I think he was pushed and hit his head on the grate. That's what I think happened. We're gonna see anyway. We're gonna check the moral choice, and if it's wrong, we just change it like we always do. This was a shorter one. We didn't have to go back.
Wiggins, could you ask Mr. Crocker to come here again, please?
Right away.
Okay, barely an hour has passed.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
I know because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife. The knots were sailor's knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
It's true.
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with rage. I was due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in. He dared raise his hand to her. He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster out of love for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes,
You would not have managed to protect her.
till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear, and it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
You bastard! You're not killing yourself on my watch!
Please forgive me, Captain Crocker. I wished only to test your sincerity, and your words and deeds have far exceeded my expectations. See here, Captain Crocker, we'll do this in due form of law. You are the prisoner. Watson, you are a British jury. Captain Crocker, the evidence shows that you acted without premeditation and used reasonable force to protect an innocent victim from her husband's brutality. Your devotion pushed you to attempt to kill yourself in order to protect the one you love. Now, what say you, gentlemen of the jury?
Not guilty, my lord.
Vox populi, vox dei. You are acquitted, Captain Crocker. So long as the law does not find some other victim, you are safe from me.
Mr. Holmes.
It is a great responsibility that I take upon myself, but I will give Lestrade an excellent lead, and if he can't avail himself of it, I can do no more. Come back to your lady in a year, and may her future and yours justify us in the judgment which we have pronounced this night.
I'm good with that. I'm fine with that ending.
Inspector, I'm afraid that the murderers have escaped us.
What? Do you mean to tell me that you failed? Never thought I'd live to see the day.
I mentioned the murderers, not the case. It is obvious that the crime was committed by 3 criminals who cannot be the Randalls.
You really think so?
You only need to find a gang of 3 thugs wandering around. I can trust you to do that.
If they exist, I'll catch them.
You'll find someone, I have no doubt of it. Goodbye, Inspector.
Well, yeah, no, that's just it. Yeah, no, I think that's acceptable. I think that is acceptable. All right. It was self-defense of someone who was in a horrible situation. He was very resolved. I think that's okay. Right. So, with that said, it looks like we have solved the mystery this time. And another one awaits us next time.